Hello, people of Earth. My name is ShinmenTakezo, and I am back again today to talk about the synergies in Magic Chess. So as you guys all know, like Chess TD, this game mode also has synergies. It is quite different from Chess TD, but don't worry. Why? Because I am here to tell you all about it, just in case you're interested in playing it and owning some noobs as soon as it releases. So I think I forget to also say that Magic Chess is an in-game game mode. It's not a separate game to Mobile Legends, alright? It's same as Survival or Chess TD. So before we get to the meaty parts, I'd like to take this moment to tell you all about the update they did. Yeah, just after I uploaded that Magic Chess intro video. So thank you, Moonton. You are very nice to make some changes after I upload a video. Anyway, first thing they did is Magic Chess has now new maps. Like this. So it's pretty cool. It doesn't affect your gameplay in any way. Like, it doesn't give anything other than it's very cool to look at. So yeah. And next up is now you can use the skins you own in this game mode. So that's very nice. So I don't know if they're planning on implementing the skins on Chess TD as well, but we'll see, I guess. So last thing is that we now have two new commanders. First one is this panda or mini Akai. So his name is Abe. Wow, they have names. But who cares, right? So this panda specializes in doing damage to your enemies. His first and second skill are passives. The first one he has is, if you win a match, you will deal 3 additional damage to the enemy. And his second skill is, after 8 rounds, each time you win, you will deal additional damage to your enemy as much as 10% of their current HP. So this is percent HP damage. Why? And lastly, his third skill of choice, which is an active skill. During the round, all your heroes or pieces will deal 1 additional damage to the enemy commander. This skill has a cooldown of 3 rounds, so use it wisely. So the other new commander is a deer. Oh dear Bambi. And her name is Eva Wow. And again, who cares, right? So this deer specializes in strengthening your heroes and synergies, and all her skills are passives. So the first one is, when you have 4 or more synergies in effect, you will increase all of your heroes' physical attack by 80 and their magic attack by 160. The second skill is, when there is a max level synergy greater than 6, it increases your hero's physical and magic defense by 15. And lastly, the third skill or the third passive she has is, after 8 rounds has passed, at the beginning of each round, it will randomly select 1 hero on the field and increase its synergy level by 1. So yeah, and please do note that you can only select 1 between these 3 skills to choose from, so pick wisely. Now that that's out of the way, let's move on to the synergies. There are a total of 22 synergies. I know it's a lot, so we will be looking at all of them like real quick, and I will try to explain what they really do and what is good and bad with them. So first up is the Elf Synergy. So you need at least 3 elven heroes to activate this synergy. When you have 3 elves on the field, you will have 50% chance of doing splash damage that deals 50% of the hero's attack to up to 2 enemies. And at 6 elf heroes, the splash damage will go up to 75% of the hero's attack and can affect up to 5 enemies. So as you can see, it's still kind of similar to Chess TD version of the Elf Synergy, but its visuals is like the Fighter Synergy, where there's this lightning thing in Chess TD. This is pretty good against a crowd or many enemies bunched up together, but again, it's still a chance, so it can freak you up when you need it the most. Can't totally rely on it 100%. Next up is Western Desert Synergy. So this one's pretty new. It's not in Chess TD, I think. You'll need at least 2 Western Desert heroes to activate this synergy, and its effect is the Western heroes will have 22% of dodging incoming attacks. So this is like a defensive kind of synergy. Or the enemy's attacks will have a chance to miss. And when you're able to get 4 Western heroes, the effect will go up to 55%. So defensively, this is really good. You have a chance to not take damage, or your chess pieces not taking damage. But then again, it's still a chance-based synergy, so I wouldn't really rely on this too much. Next, we have the Eruditio Synergy. So this is also in Chess TD. You only need 2 Eruditio heroes to activate this. And just like in Chess TD, its effect is you gain 1 to 4 gold per round, like a bonus gold, right? So if you want to have the advantage in gold early, this synergy is for you. Its downside is that it only has 3 heroes that has this Eruditio synergy, so you might find yourself having a hard time fitting this synergy with the others that you're trying to make. Next up is the Cyborg Synergy, which is also in Chess TD, so you'll be needing at least 2 Cyborg heroes for this to take effect, and its effect is Cyborg heroes will get an increase of 1,600 HP. And when you get more Cyborg heroes, it can raise up to 4,500 HP. This makes them really tanky, but getting Johnson or Angela can be a pain in the ass. Another synergy is Scarlet Shadow, and just like in Chess TD, you only need 2 heroes to activate its effects, and the effect it gives is also like in Chess TD, where the Scarlet heroes will gain an extra skill, and yeah, having an extra skill is pretty good. It unlocks their ultimates, and you get to see this love triangle together. But yeah, just like in with Eruditio, it only has 3 heroes that have this synergy, so they can be really hard to pair with other synergies. Next up is Dragon's Altar, where Ling is a part of. And when you have 3 Dragon Altar heroes, every time one of your hero dies, a random Dragon Altar hero will gain 15% increase in attack speed and a shield equal to 15% of their max HP, so they go beast mode upon seeing an ally die. And this can stack up to 3 times. When you complete this synergy and get 6 heroes, however, the attack speed and shield bonus doesn't change, but it can be stacked up to 6 times. This is like the revenge thing, and it's really cool, but the buff it gives can be really underwhelming, sometimes especially that you need some allies to die before this synergy takes effect. So maybe put some sacrificial chess pieces in the front line and watch them die, right? So next one is Monastery of Light Synergy. So you will need 2 of these heroes to activate it. And what it does is that it gives 80 magic defense. So much like the Dragon's Altar, its buff can be really underwhelming, but in the early game, this can be good too. Another problem is that only 3 heroes in the game has this Monastery of Light Synergy. And Alucard and Granger is kind of hard to find sometimes, especially when the RNG freaks you up, which it does most of the time. Moving on to the Northern Vale heroes. For this synergy, you need 3 of them. Its effect is when the battle starts, all the Northern Vale heroes will get full mana, so that's pretty good. They can cast their skills immediately. But since only 3 heroes have this synergy, again, it's kind of hard to fit them with your other synergies. The Abyss Synergy is kind of similar to the Chess TD one, where you need 2 heroes to activate it. And when you do, it reduces all the enemy's physical defense by 12. When you get 4 heroes from Abyss Synergy though, the physical defense reduction goes up to 30. In Chess TD, you have to hit them first before they get their defense reduced, but in this mode, at the start of the game, the start of the battle, or the round, their defense automatically gets reduced. This is pretty good when your lineup is full of physical attack heroes, but the heroes are kinda get to form this Abyss Synergy. Celestial Hero Synergy 2 is similar in Chess TD. You only need 2 heroes to activate the first one, and it will raise the attack speed of Celestial Heroes by 20%. And when you manage to get 4 of these Celestial Heroes, all of the deployed heroes will get their attack speed raised by 20%. This synergy is really good, but this shit is like one of the hardest synergies to complete, like, trust me. Next up is Empire Synergy. So this is where Odette, Lance belongs, right? You need at least 2 heroes to activate this. Its effect is Empire heroes have a 6% chance of stunning enemies, but only with skills. At 4 Empire Heroes Synergy, this will rise to 12% chance to stun the enemy. And at 6 Heroes Synergy, the Empire Heroes basic attack will also reduce the enemy's mana by 24%. And in return, increase their mana by 8. So this is pretty good because reducing the enemy hero's mana will prevent them from casting skills. And that means less damage output from the enemy team. But again, since it's a pretty good synergy, it's not that easy to form or complete. The Undead Synergy is kind of similar to like the one in Chess TD, if you played it or not, but I'll explain what it does. So at 1 Undead hero deployed, this will increase that hero's attack by 30%. But when you complete 4 of them, this will increase their attack by 70%. Remember that when you put down 2 or 3 Undead heroes, it will lose its effect. So it's either 1 Undead hero on the field or 4. And just like with the Celestial, its buff is really good, deals a lot of damage, but this is like one of the hardest synergies to complete. So if you want to try this one, be ready to have a headache while trying to get them, and also maybe take a lot of damage, maybe lose the game before you get them, right? Next up is the Weapons Master Synergy. So you need at least 3 heroes to activate this. What it does is it recovers 25% HP after you deal damage. Get 6 Weapons Master heroes and you will recover 60% HP while dealing damage. This is really good, like, you know, lifesteal, right? The HP recovery it gives is insane, and the heroes that are members of Weapon Master Synergy, they're pretty tanky. And you only need 6 heroes from the Weapons Master Synergy, even though there's a total of 8 members. So no need to worry about getting the rare ones. The only downside it has is that they're pretty much fighters, so they will smack everyone that's near to them. They're not ranged. They might get stalled on by the enemy, might get blocked, and the enemy heroes on the back line will be doing free hits on them. Next up is the Tank Synergy, or Targeman. I think Targe means shield, by the way. So you need 2 heroes of the synergy for you to activate it, and it will give ally heroes within the 8 grids a shield that is worth 10% of their max HP. What's really good about this is that they stack together. So when placing heroes, try to group them up together to maximize the shield. But the bad thing about that is since your heroes are grouped up, you can be countered by CC or area of effect skills, especially, for example, Aurora skills and Terizla skills. The Marksman Synergy in Magic Chess is similar to Chess TD. At 3 heroes from Marksman Synergy, you will increase the crit rate by 20% and the crit damage by 300% for the Marksman. And when you get 6 Marksman heroes, their crit rate will increase to 40% and will be dealing 400% crit damage. That is a lot of damage, man. The damage they deal is insane, but the problem is the synergy is kind of hard to complete. And also, as a marksman, they will stay at the back line and they will be vulnerable to assassins eating up their ass. So probably put a fighter behind them for protection. Moving on to the Elementalist Synergy, you need 2 heroes to activate this synergy. Its effect is every start of the round, a random ally hero on the field will have their star level increased by 1. So that's pretty good. If you have a 2-star hero, they can randomly be a 3-star hero. And if you get 4 heroes from the Elementalist Synergy, 2 random ally heroes will have their star level increased by 1. But this is really cool, but this will be random. So I wouldn't be expecting much from this, but it works every time, just not on the same hero. For Mage Synergy, when you get 3 heroes of this synergy, all the ally heroes' magic attack will be increased by 40%. And when you get 6 heroes from Mage Synergy, it will increase all ally heroes' magic damage by 140%. When you have a team with many magic attack heroes, obviously this will boost their damage greatly. But just like with the Marksman Synergy, they will stay in the back line. And even though they're in the back line, they're also susceptible to be countered by assassins who will jump into their asses. So again, if you're going mage, put like 1 fighter in the backline or a tank. Next is the Guardian Heroes Synergy. At 3 heroes, it will increase the Guardian's physical defense by 100. Now this is really good, very low costing heroes, not hard to find, and the effect is pretty useful. But yeah, you might find yourself having a hard time pairing them with other synergies because that's all they do. Increase the physical defense by 100 for these heroes. Summoner Synergy, when you have 2 summoner heroes, it will summon this minion to fight you. So that's pretty cool, additional unit. And at 4 heroes from Summoner Synergy, this one will be summoned. And that is pretty cool. You get 2 more allies to fight with you, and its heroes will continuously summon their pets every time it's off cooldown. But yeah, finding Vexana and this monkey is kind of hard. Next up is Support Hero Synergy, and this only needs 1 support hero to activate. So just drop one Angela, for example, on the field, and you're good to go. What it does is the support hero skill will increase ally heroes' attack by 20%, and physical and magic defense also by 20. And you can stack it up to 2 times. This synergy is really good, and it's not really hard to do. You only need 1 support in your team. But this can sometimes frick your lineup up. So when picking a support, choose carefully to make sure that the synergies don't get messed up. The next synergy is the Wrestler Synergy. You will need 2 wrestlers to activate this effect. So its effect is wrestler heroes will have 15% chance to stun the enemy for 2 seconds when they are doing basic attack. So they're built for crowd control. At 4 wrestler heroes, this will raise that chance to 30% to stun enemies. And when you get 6 wrestler heroes, that stun chance will go up to 60%. So 60% chance to stun for 2 seconds. That is insane. It can be hard to complete, but it's gonna be worth it if you want to stop enemies from attacking your team. And much like the Weapons Master Synergy, this also consists of mostly fighters and tanks, so they might be stalled by the enemy tank and not be able to get to the back line. And last but not the least is the Assassin Synergy. You will need 3 assassin heroes to activate this effect, and what it does is an ally assassin hero will have a 20% chance of dealing 3 extra quick attacks. At 6 assassin heroes, the chance will go up to 45%. This synergy will make your assassin heroes deal insane amount of damage. But since they are assassins, they will go to the back line, like jump into the back of the enemy formation and might get wrecked or focused before they kill their target. And that is it. That is all the synergies in Magic Chess. And yes, these things that we have covered today might get changed in later updates. Like they might add more heroes, more synergies, or just nerf or buff some of the synergies here since they still haven't released it in the original servers. But yeah, I hope some of you find this information useful, especially if you played a similar game before and you're excited in playing this Mobile Legends version of it. So let me know what you think down in the comments section below about the synergies. Maybe share some builds that you have in mind, or let me know if you have additional questions. And again, my name is ShinmenTakezo. Thank you so much for watching this video. Slap like now and subscribe for more updates in the future, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.